Good morning and welcome to Debbie's Grill, where we deal on matters that concern the state, issues that are relevant to the state. Now let's look at this. Hungry people don't vote religion or do not vote based on religion. Political risk analyst and economist has dismissed claims that religious bias played a decisive role in the New Patriotic Party's defeat in the 2024 general election. So in an interview, he said the NPP's downfall had everything to do with the economy and nothing to do with Dr. Baumia's being a Muslim. So he cited a litany of economic missteps as the real reason voters punished the party. Now, hungry people don't vote based on religion. Yes, it's true. Hungry people do not vote on religion. Citizens who are hungry, who are not employed, I'm not sure will go and stand on a hot sun to vote for someone because the person is a Christian, or to vote for another person because the person is a Muslim. Religion do not count in voting for a leader. We vote for a leader who have the people at heart, a leader who thinks about the well-being of his people, a leader who is always thinking about measures to put in place to create jobs for the unemployed youth. Because trust me, if you're a Muslim and you are doing the right thing, there is no way we are going to vote against you or something. No. Because we can see that your goal, your intention is to promote the goodwill of the country and to see your people, the people you lead, thrive in every sector they find themselves. But in a country where nothing goes on well, the youth are unemployed, you don't even see the head from the tail of what you are doing. You speak out and then the only answer you get back is to be arrested. Then they are going to vote against you. So the political analyst is actually saying the truth. Mr. Tio Achampo is saying the truth. See, the New Patriotic Party wasn't to vote out of power because Dr. Baumia is a Muslim. Let me emphatically state it here. No one voted him out or voted the New Patriotic out because they have a dominance of Muslims in them or because the vice president was a Muslim. No. We don't vote based on religion, but we vote on what we've seen. And I'm sure Ghanaians saw the shade they've been shown them. And that was the main reason why they voted against the New Patriotic Party. Because you and I could recount that it go to a time that there were increases of food, prices of food. Today you go to buy a bag of rice at 100 cedis, and the next day you get to the market and it's 250. You go to buy oil, a gallon of oil at a price of 300 cedis, and then the next day it's 450. And all these things count. It counts. And Dr. Baumia, who is an economist, was in existence when the dollar to a cedi, the competition became so vast that the cedi to a dollar became so weak. And the tension was just too much. So if someone should sit by you and then say that because they voted the New Patriotic Party out of power because they have a Muslim vice president, and if he's being voted into power, he'll become the president of the country, it's a big lie. It's a big lie. Because I encountered a woman who was like, and they voted the New Patriotic Party out of power because they were thinking that Dr. Baumia is a Muslim and then he cannot do anything for the country. And I was like, Madam, take it easy. What you're saying is basically not the truth. We will vote for you based on what you do and what you have done and based on the policies you've set on board to do. And trust me, the current government in power, for them to come into power in the next 2028, for them to come back into power 2028 will depend on the hard work they are doing now. If they're actually performing well, then in 2028, they'll still be voted to come back. But when they do bad or worse than the previous government, then trust me, we are still going to vote for someone else a new person who we think is going to bring development into the country, is going to listen to the people, and is going to do according to the will of the people. So for a party to be, booted out of power has to do with a whole lot of things. As I said, inflation was on the rise. Not to talk of galamsey. A lot of issues here and there. And you and I will bet that even 3 months before this power left, protest upon protest, demonstration upon demonstration, what didn't we do as a country? What didn't we say? But they never listened to us. They never gave us a listening ear. So please, I want to correct this. The New Patriotic Party was not voted out of power because it was based on religion. No. We are not a country where we actually discriminate and then we pick parties based on a particular religion. Even if the person to lead this country is a traditionalist, and we feel that this person is going to lead the country into a promised land, is going to bring the development we need, and is going to end the suffering of the citizens of this country, as a traditionalist, we will vote for you. But because we have a lot of Christian leaders that are doing contrary to what they are supposed to do in power. So if we will get a traditionalist that is going to do according to the will of the people, then why not? We are going to vote for them. So please, let's brush off that kind of statement in our mind. And let's also have it in mind that whatever you do today as a leader, whether in party A or party B, and you feel like your party is in power, so you can do whatever you want, then trust me, in 2028, you're going to receive the shock of your life. Now, thank you for making time with me on Debbie's Girl.
In 2028, they are going to receive the shock of their life. What is going to be that shock, though?
That shock is actually going to be... Okay, so for example, the NDC is in power now.
Mm-hmm.
So what the promises they made and a whole lot of stuff, when we don't see them doing that, when they don't deliver on their promises, then trust me, in 2028, why should we keep them in power? No, we're not going to keep them in power. We're going to bring a new person who we feel is going to ease that kind of pressure on the youth and create jobs for them and then fulfill the promises. Because it's not only about you saying it, you have to walk your talk. So if you don't walk your talk, then 2028, you shouldn't even wait for a prophet to prophesy to you, because your defeat is at hand.